they're recruiting a quarterback. There's a blind spot there or something. I don't know. You've got to score in today's college football. You're not going to win games anymore, like 17-14. And still great respect for Kirk Ferentz, but being an Iowa fan, it was easy to tell.
Good evening. This is Gene from Listening in Radio, KB9001, SSB KB9001, MWDX, and my ham radio call sign WN9ZWC. I was asked to produce a more detailed video on my project here, and I call this project, which is a small crystal set, the Radio Bug, and I built it earlier in 24. It's 3 of 3. I actually built 3 different crystal sets, and this was the last one, though I'm probably going to make some more. I have some plans to build another one in due time. But this is a very simple construction, very rudimentary circuit, and I just want to explain this for the people that were asking questions about it. So the heart of the bug is this ferrite core antenna, which was actually, these were built for AM radio reception, and that's exactly what it does. It has a coil on it. The coil is tuned to the AM radio band, and the receiving component is the ferrite core, which works really well. Though the only thing I really hear on this in my area is WHO radio, because they're practically right on top of me, so it just dominates this small bug. Obviously it doesn't have a lot of sensitivity. Well, it has sensitivity, but it has no selectivity whatsoever. I've rarely ever heard anything else on here. One day I'm going to have to get out in the field and get away from big radio stations and see what I can pick up. But so the heart of it is the ferrite core. And down here is also the second part of the heart of it is the germanium diode. And you can purchase those online if you just look up crystal sets or crystals for crystal sets. You'll find these on eBay. Usually you can buy them, 10 to a pack. They're not very expensive. And the other part of this, which is an important part, it helps, though it doesn't, because I'm so close to WHO radio, this doesn't make too much of a difference. It can tune the signal just a hair better, but it doesn't really override anything. But I think at a distance, this would help tune the circuit so you could pick out different radio stations. Some crystal sets will have a rod or some type of capacitor or it's an object that they can run over this to tune the different stations, or they can move another coil across this to create that effect. But it probably won't work with this because this radio is so elementary. And so this is a variable capacitor, also found on eBay very easily, and it has the antenna connection is here, and I just used a piece of metal, just a piece of copper, and I soldered the diode from the antenna contact, because this is where the antenna connects to, and you'll see that in the video that I posted of this as well. This is where the antenna connects, but there's a number of connections, metal connections on the variable capacitor, and you'll have to connect to those. This is your ground area. So when I label those, as you can see, A for antenna and G over here for ground. So you do need a ground wire, and you need a long antenna for this. It will not work whatsoever. The better the ground. I hooked it up to my breadbox tuner and did it that way, and it seemed to work just fine. But you're going to need a ground, and you're going to need an antenna for this. So that's the bug in a nutshell. It's just a few elementary pieces. Everything, including the headphone clips, can be located on eBay, very easily obtained. So, and the other thing, and the last thing I was asked to do was I was asked to create the schematic. And what I will do with the schematic, I will also post it in the community section of Listening in Radio, our YouTube channel, so you could just pick it up there and feel free to share it or print it off or whatever you'd like to do. Okay, thanks for listening. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the dissertation on the bug. Like I said, this is a really easy project, and you can find everything, like I said, everything, including these ferrite core antennas are on eBay. They're pretty easy to locate. They may be on Amazon too, so you could check there. You could check there as well. So, okay, this is Gene. Good talking to everybody. Have a great night.